This is Sparta!
What's up, beasts? Welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about 10 mistakes the new Call of Duty cannot make. So these mistakes I'm going to be talking about, ladies and gentlemen, are things the previous Call of Duties have been doing, bad things that have contributed to, let's say, the downfall of Call of Duty, to where Call of Duty is right now. Back in the day, it used to be fucking great, now it is shit. Sledgehammer needs to deliver, they need to make Call of Duty great again. And I mean, this is so simple. I can't believe these motherfuckers keep messing up year after year. So I'm gonna call this new Call of Duty COD Vietnam. I think they're making COD Vietnam for two reasons. There's no confirmation yet or whatever, any information. But reason number one is because Sledgehammer was working on a Call of Duty Vietnam before they made that diamond known as Advanced Warfare, which is a great game. I think it still has like 1 million people online playing that game. Oh my god, that's crazy. The reason number two of why I think it's Call of Duty Vietnam is because, you know, they can't go futuristic. They can't make Advanced Warfare 2. If that game happens, let me tell you something right now. The motherfucker making the decisions up there is dumb as shit and he needs to be fired. People don't want Advanced Warfare 2. People want boots on the ground. People want a real Call of Duty. People want Vietnam. I think that's a great choice for a Call of Duty. Vietnam. We've never had a Call of Duty fully about the Vietnam War. Black Ops 1 had a little bit in it, but it was more focused on the Cold War. But with Black Ops 1, we got a little taste of the Vietnam War. You know, we had things like the jungle map, the KILLSTREAKS like the mortars, the napalms, the chopper gunners, the dogs, guns like the M16 and flamethrowers. And I mean, when we heard these guys were working on a Call of Duty Vietnam, and when you think about Black Ops 1, people, you know, got super excited. And if you join both things, you have right there a mine of gold you need to explore. And if they didn't explore this mine of gold, as I said, someone up there making the decisions is dumb and needs to be fired. So on to the mistakes this new Call of Duty cannot make, ladies and gentlemen. The first mistake on this list is trying to satisfy the MLG nerds and listening to YouTube nerds. Now, obviously, not all YouTubers are nerds, but most of them are. You need advice from COD veterans, you need advice from certified beasts who truly enjoy Call of Duty and don't just care about the money and all the things they can get. These developers keep inviting these nerds to their events, you know, to play their games early, to give them feedback, and stuff like that. You can put the biggest pile of shit in front of them, they'll be like, oh my god, this is the great Call of Duty ever. They will dick ride whatever pile of poop you put in front of them, because they know if they say, oh, this Call of Duty sucks, guys, don't buy this Call of Duty, there will be no more invitations, no more free cock points, no more exclusive free gameplay, you know, for that YouTube money like 6 months before the game is even out. Mistake number two, ladies and gentlemen, is related to the graphics. They should try to work on three things: the art style, the colors, the color balance, and also, you know, trying to make the characters pop. This is a problem that the previous Call of Duties have had, in my opinion. The art style is the way they draw their characters and the way they make their characters and the guns and the environments and all that stuff. Treyarch, the way they do it is more like cartoony, and Infinity Ward does it a little bit more realistic, and Sledgehammer decided to copy Treyarch when they made Advanced Warfare. In terms of color balance, the game can't be too dark like Call of Duty Ghosts, obviously people don't like that, and in my opinion it can't be too colorful like Black Ops 3, for example, because that doesn't look like a war game, it looks like, I mean, the playground, as I've said in the previous video. And also, as I mentioned, making the characters pop. This is a problem that the most recent Call of Duties have. People blend in with the environments very well. It's very easy for them to camp, and that is annoying. So they should try to make the characters not blend in so well with the environment. That way it would counter a lot of camping. The mistake number three, ladies and gentlemen, on this list is having a super high flinch with no counter. This is a mistake Modern Warfare Mastered made. It has a shit ton of flinch and you cannot use a perk or an attachment or whatever to counter the flinch. I don't know who had the idea. This motherfucker needs to get fired. I don't know who had the idea to increase the flinch in the Call of Duty games, but it's not fun. Alright, the flinch has been in all Call of Duties, but the thing is, in Call of Duty 4, World at War, MW2, and the Black Ops 1, the flinch was minimal. You didn't notice it. It didn't ruin gunfights, you didn't need anything to counter it. And the funniest part is that Black Ops 1 had the perk to counter flinch, and I've never knew. And the reason why I've never knew it had the perk to counter it is because I've never felt that I needed something to counter the flinch, because it was fucking minimal in Black Ops 1. After that, they decided to increase the flinch. Some Call of Duties have a perk to counter it, which is fine, but you're burning a perk by, you know, doing that because you're forced to use it due to the flinch. Otherwise, you know, you won't be able to play. And other Call of Duties have flinch, high flinch, like Black Ops 3 and maybe Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Mastered, and you don't have a perk to counter it. So either remove the fucking flinch from the game, or at least give us a motherfucking perk to counter that bullshit, because that's what it is. Flinch is bullshit. Mistake number 4. No gun balance. When you look at Advanced Warfare, which was Sledgehammer's previous Call of Duty, it had no gun balance. It just had the Ball 27 and all its variants, and the ASM-1 and all its variants. I forgot their names because that game is whatever. That game had no gun balance. The best guns in the game were in the supply drops. That was a joke. So if you didn't have one of these guns from the supply drops, you were fucked, pretty much. Excuse my French, because the default guns were trash. My best gun was like an AK-12 or something like that, and obviously it was no match for these epic guns, the Balls and the ASM-1s and all that stuff. So they need to look at Call of Duties like Modern Warfare 2, for example, Call of Duty Ghosts. Look at their gun variety. In those Call of Duties, you don't just use 2 guns or 3 or 4 or 5. You use like 10. You can use like 10 different guns and still do well in those Call of Duties. That's the example they need to follow. Mistake number 5, bad perks. Again, using Advanced Warfare as an example because it was their previous Call of Duty, the perks were an absolute joke. The perks were trash. There were no good perks in that game. They need to bring back the default perks like Marathon, like Sleight of Hand, like Steady Aim, the perk that allows you to counter fall damage. Perks like that need to return. I don't know who had the idea to turn most of those perks into attachments and all that bullshit, but it was a bad idea because it ruined the perk variety. People pretty much just use the same 2 or 3 perks. There's no variety because those perks were turned into attachments. We don't need perks to turn into attachments, and we also need some fun perks back like Hacker Pro that allowed people to hack enemy stuff on the ground, and the Hardline that allowed people to reroll care packages and booby trap them and stuff like that. We need these perks back. As I said, it will give the perk system a little bit more variety. Mistake number 6 is related to the character customization. Alright, the time for playing around, the time of the playground is over, right? So no more pink suits, no more soldiers dressed as clowns, no more rainbow camels and all that garbage. That has to be gone. If Vietnam happens or any other Call of Duty, I don't care. It needs to be treated like a real Call of Duty. You can have some cool camos in the game, like Modern Warfare Remastered has, but no fucking unicorns and stuff like that. Mistake number 7, bad kill streaks. For some reason, these motherfuckers, they don't know how to make good kill streaks anymore. They always have bad kill streaks when the game comes out. It's unbelievable. Advanced Warfare had garbage kill streaks. All of them were pretty much garbage. Even the Goliath, I liked using that thing, but if you go for a headshot on the Goliath, you will kill it in like 5 seconds. Then Black Ops 3 came out. The kill streaks were trash when they came out. The bombing run, I forget the name of the damn thing, dropped water balloons. The GI unit was dumb. Sometimes it would commit suicide and fall off the maps. The reps were also a joke. At first you could destroy the airship and then there would be no reps. So the kill streaks in Black Ops 2 were also a joke for a very long time. Then they buffed the kill streaks. And in Infinite Warfare the kill streaks are also a joke. So they need to have good kill streaks, you know, like chopper gunners, gunships, napalms, mortars, juggernauts with flamethrowers. most of this shit is in Black Ops 1. All they have to do is copy Black Ops 1, alright? And if they copy Black Ops 1 and they also add new things, it's a great idea. Infinity Ward had a bad idea. They were like, oh, let's copy Black Ops 3. That was a bad idea. But if these guys copy Black Ops 1, that's a great motherfucking idea. And in Advanced Warfare, Sledgehammer had for the first time customizable kill streaks. You had the modules on your kill streaks, which were like, let's say, attachments. Just like your guns have attachments, the kill streaks in Advanced Warfare had modules. This was a cool idea, but the problem is that the base kill streak without any modules, without any attachments, the default kill streak without anything was absolute garbage. And that was a mistake, because the modules didn't make the kill streaks better. They just made the kill streaks good, because by default they were ass. They sucked. So let's pretend that they have a chopper gunner in their new Call of Duty and they have modules for the chopper gunner. The chopper gunner by default, without any modules, needs to be as good as the one from MLB 2 or as the one from Black Ops 1. But when you use the modules, you make that kill streak better. For example, you should be able to give your chopper gunner 1 extra flare. You should be able to increase your chopper gunner time for like 20 seconds. You should be able to give your chopper gunner a little bit more splash damage. You know, stuff like that, that make the kill streak better, not just good. Mistake number 8, not having theater mode. I don't know what the hell is going on here. This is 2017 and a lot of Call of Duties still don't have theater mode. I don't know what's going on. And we are on the new consoles. If the PlayStation 3, if the old ass PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 could have theater mode in Black Ops 1, MW3, Black Ops 2, why can't we have theater mode in the new consoles? I don't know what's going on. Someone is not doing their job properly. It's just, or maybe someone's fucking lazy. We need theater mode because it's good for YouTubers, it's good for editing videos, it's good for investigating cool shots across the map, it's cool for investigating glitches, it's cool for making montages. We need this shit back. But these motherfuckers, I don't know what's going on. They don't want to give us theater mode anymore. Mistake number 9 is related to the supply drops. Now the supply drops are not leaving the Call of Duty franchise. I'm not gonna cry about it or whatever. I'm just gonna say don't buy any COD points and don't support nerds on YouTube who make supply drop openings. Just don't support that shit and eventually supply drops will go away. Now I just hope they don't repeat the same mistake they made in Advanced Warfare. In that game, Sledgehammer had the best guns in the supply drops, and the default guns that were in the game were trash. So if you were not able to get one of these guns from the supply drops, you were done. You couldn't do anything. You would get owned 24/7 because the default gun sucked. So, you know, you can have supply drops in the game, you can have overpowered guns in the supply drops, as long as there's one overpowered gun by default in the game that we can use to counter the overpowered guns from the supply drops. That's pretty much, that's all you have to do. You know, I'm not gonna buy any COD points, so you're not gonna make any money from me. But at least give me a default gun I can use to enjoy the fucking game when I'm playing against these fucking nerds who buy COD points with these overpowered guns. And the last mistake, ladies and gentlemen, would be not using cool features, cool new features the previous Call of Duties have. For example, Black Ops 3 has the loss stat prevented. That is pretty cool. When you join a game already in progress and your team is full of little jimmies, you're losing, and 20 seconds later the game is over, you don't get a loss anymore. In Infinite Warfare, for example, you can see when you are joining games already in progress. If you don't want to join a game already in progress, and most of the time when that happens your team is losing and it's boring, you can simply back out. It tells you when you are joining a new game or a game already in progress. And there's another feature I love, which is about domination. When you are capturing flags in domination in Infinite Warfare, if you have to exit the flag, let's say you almost had the flag completely captured and an enemy appeared, they threw an explosive at you, you didn't have flag jacket or whatever. If you leave the flag for a second, just to take cover, then come back. You will continue capturing that flag from where you left it. That is pretty cool. A lot of people were like, oh, that's overpowered, that's what. No, it's not. This is great for people who play the objective solo. You know, for people who are stuck with nerds on their team who don't want to play the objective, who just want to get kills. A player by himself takes a very long time to capture a flag, and usually it gives the enemy enough time to go there and kill him. But if everyone played the objective, if you had like 2 or 3 motherfuckers capturing that flag, you wouldn't need this feature. So I think this feature was made thinking about people who play the objective solo. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your opinion in the comment section below about these 10 mistakes the new Call of Duty cannot make. If there are any other mistakes you would like to mention, as I said, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Peace out.